guys, welcome back to the Community Cares Podcast, and we are back. Well, I know we've done some pre-recorded episodes. I'm Dave. I'm the Executive Director, and we're live, so please comment and be in the comments with what we're doing.
And I'm Chapel Chaz Blackburn, and I have the honor of being the president of this amazing organization. And if you see that, right there, that backpack, Dave is looking 10 years younger because he just went to Disneyland.
That's what happens.
How was Disneyland?
It was amazing. Got my first Disneyland trip with my son.
Oh, congratulations, man.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was a great time. We just had a blast. And we have a very special guest today who is one of my friends and mentors. His name is Pastor John Klippenstein.
And he's with Sparks Christian Fellowship. I just want to say thank you, John, online here. Really, what SCF and Sparks Christian Fellowship and you guys have done for Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, I'm very confident that we would not be open, and the Lord used you guys to keep us open by being incredible landlords and just supporting us. And so I really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
You're very welcome. It's always good to work with organizations, and I'm lucky enough to have them in the same mall that the church is in, so I get to see what's going on and stuff. So, which is cool, and it's an easy yeses.
Yeah.
Easy yeses when Dave needs something, and we can work on it, and like getting the
shipping container
container in the backyard there, and so it's always great to know somebody personally in a ministry and be able to help them out.
Well, financially, we wouldn't be where we are without you and without you guys, and even early stages. I talked about this last time you were on the show, but just early stages, I was like, John, I need someone to talk to. What am I doing?
I remember those days. Yeah,
monthly meetings, man. Yeah. I need help. Yeah. I don't know, and you would tell me, good idea, bad idea.
Yeah. and look where you're at now. I think that's a testament to not only you, but people like Chaz on your board, doing the right things at the right time, and seeking counsel.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can make decisions by yourself, and they might work out, but it's always nice to have other counsel.
We're stronger in numbers and taking care of each other, and I love this plaza because there's so many resources for families.
Yeah,
it's like a one-stop shop. It's wraparound resources. You have a food bank at your location in Sparks Christian Fellowship.
Wednesday mornings. Actually, right now they go dark for the month of June to give the volunteers a little break and to kind of help the people go find other pantries.
Sure,
that's good.
Yeah, every Wednesday morning, and then Dave got the Good Shepherd's open Wednesdays, so he gets a lot of people in. So it works great.
I don't tell a lot of people this, but actually, I was in the youth group at Sparks Christian Fellowship many, many years ago, and my family actually was a family that had utilized the food pantry.
Oh, wow.
And so, you guys have done a lot for the community and just providing needs, but also providing hope and dignity like we do, and sharing the gospel, the good news. It's awesome.
Yeah, and the food pantry's been a part of SCF, I think, over 30 years, so it's gone through iterations and all up. But we've got just a great team of volunteers. It takes 30 volunteers a week to get it to go and picking up food, stocking it.
Wow.
And then on Wednesday itself, a good probably 20 people. And we bring the people in, they sit down, they used to stand outside. So, we decided to make the change. We're going to have them come in and get out of the heat or get out of the cold.
What a great ministry and service. It's great service to this community. I mean, we have quite a bit of Title I schools in these neighborhoods.
Everyone's a Title I school in this zip code.
Right, which means these families need support. So thank you guys for supporting Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet because of the neighborhood we're in. That's super helpful that we're able to do what we do. And if you guys are interested in volunteering and helping in the community with SCF's food pantry, you could probably reach out to
me, John.
His cell phone is
John or Anna Cribb.
Yeah.
Just call the office and we'll get you to the right person.
It's great, and it's a great way to practically help someone. To give someone food when they're hungry. Or here to clothe someone when they're naked. Not literally naked, but there's been scenarios where we're close.
I've seen a few of those walking around. this small.
It's like, I'll give you some clothes, please.
Yes.
I had one volunteer. She probably shouldn't have done this, and she's no longer with the organization. But it did crack me up because I was pretty early in my career here, and I was the GM. I wasn't the executive director yet. And she would go up to some of our clients and have a belt and say, "Here's a belt. You might want to use it."
Yeah. Yeah. I remember a guy needed a belt, and one of our employees just, okay, here's a belt, dude. Take
wow.
Gave it to him because, again, walking around without a belt and you got everything you own, you're carrying or on you and trying to pull up your pants. So it sounds funny. It sounds weird, but a belt's a pretty important part.
No, it doesn't sound funny or weird at all. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, I know for me, certain pants just don't fit without a belt.
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, we grow, we shrink, we get bigger, whatever. Having that belt, especially living on the street, whether you just have like just a little sack of clothes, a belt could change a pair of jeans that doesn't fit into that life lane for that person.
Yep, exactly.
So it's important. And one of the main reasons I asked you to be here tonight, John, thank you first and foremost for being
Thank you for being here.
You're welcome. This is a very busy man. He made sacrifices to be here, and we appreciate it so much.
Thank you, Mrs. Klippenstein.
Yes.
Miss Klippenstein.
And we are doing our clothing giveaway, which we've been advertising, on June 7th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at SEF.
Yes, I'm looking forward to seeing how this all works.
Yeah.
I think this could build into do another one in August or September for back to school or something. So.
Oh yeah, we may need to. I
Yeah.
mean, we're getting so many clothing donations, which we're so blessed with, and we are like, you guys support us so well. Thank you, the listener, the viewer. You guys really do support us with all that clothing, but we do get a lot more of things we may not need all the time. So we're doing a big clothing giveaway, blast it out to the Title I schools and stuff, and say, hey, we're going to give away a lot of clothing that day. Come on down and get some of the things you need. And it's nice because it's separated from Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet, our main location. So someone doesn't come next week, hey, but I thought I could get whatever I needed.
Yeah.
And here we have restrictions, and it's still pretty generous with what we're able to give people.
True.
It's a pretty big list of items, but this clothing giveaway is intended to be a little bit bigger of
Boxes.
Boxes, and bigger giveaway than just our regular clothing giveaway.
Yeah, I know even Jose from Molina is coming over to get some to be able to have at his events, so that's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be good. And Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet is all about giving away clothing. That's why we get them.
Yep.
Is this really the 93rd episode?
Yeah.
Whoa,
That's
93 weeks?
Yeah, you've been stuck with me in this room for 93
It's
episodes.
almost 2 years.
Yeah. Wow.
It's getting there.
You've missed a few. I haven't missed any. But you've missed, I think, 3 or 4.
Well, I apologize, people.
Yeah. Wow.
I gotta respond. Thanks.
Whoa! Way to bring
you a
it
hard
there, man.
No, I apologize, but sometimes duty calls, so.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm just giving you a hard time. It's
Actually,
my job.
the last one with John, I think I missed, or the one before that, because that's when Anna,
maybe.
the old board of director, was on there. So
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that was a while ago.
the one I missed,
The
or
one you
landlord, or
Oh no!
friend and landlord.
First and foremost, I see John as a friend and mentor. Truly, I mean, being there for me in some of those harder times, and just saying, "Hey, Dave, I mean, this is what I would do." But he didn't like say you have to do this. Like some people that I've tried to get wisdom from have been like, no, you have to do this. I'm like, I don't want to listen to you. But John was very kind, and this is what I would do. You can do what you feel like is best. This is what I would do. And he was straight with me. Being straight with people is such an important skill in life. It really is.
Yeah.
How'd you become a pastor, John?
Wow, man, that's so my career up until 15 years ago was in the lawn and landscape industry.
Oh, wow.
Basically. So I was a part owner of a company here in town, and we were bought by a larger company, and I stuck around and thought I could continue, and I just got kind of tired of the business industry, so I left. My friend at the time had a construction company, so I went to work for him. Unfortunately, that was in 2007.
Oh.
And we all know 2007 and 8. So he ended up having to close his doors. And so I found myself, at, 49 years old, 48, looking for a job. And I, unfortunately, I had a non-compete, so I couldn't go back in the same industry.
Oh.
So looking for a job, and that time they were hard to find. So I found myself kind of out of work for about 18 months. I did some part-time work consulting back to the business that I had left, consulting back to a couple of the prior owners, started some stuff. So, and then at the same time trying to work with a friend of mine to start a business in the construction industry, consulting type thing. That wasn't really moving as fast. And then somebody at SCF said, "Hey, John, there's a director of operations role here. You should apply." I go, "What? what really? What?
What?
And yeah, what and why?" And so I'd been part of SCF for that time, not quite 20 years, but close.
Wow.
And so went to the interview, got back in my vehicle to leave. I'm thinking, no way. Absolutely. I wouldn't hire myself after that interview, probably.
Wow.
And they did. And so that I was a director of operations for, I think, 3 to 4 years, then moved up to the executive to manage the staff, and been there since. So it'll be 15 years in a couple of weeks.
Congrats.
Yeah, so
I love stories like that.
yeah, so 15 years and 2 months ago, I would have never thought I'd work at a church.
Isn't it amazing how God does that, though?
Yeah, I
And
know.
you find a calling, and God uses those.
Yeah, and and with my background in kind of business and management, organizational stuff, it fit.
That's
It
awesome.
fit, and then since then, of course, working at a church is just different.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And just
Good and bad. It can be very difficult. It's heavy.
It's
It can be
heavy.
work.
Yeah, and because there is a financial aspect to working at church, but there's this way deeper, more people oriented.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I make decisions based on money and stuff, but really the bigger decisions are based on people, and whatever we do on staff affects people. So I've learned so much. I've had to change my managing habits, my thought processes, and it's been great. I've been allowed to do that. Had some mistakes early on, and treated people and things more in the business world type of results, and realizing that everybody I talk to is a person, number one.
Yeah.
And got to treat them with respect, and that's just built into my life now.
That's awesome.
110%.
Yeah.
And it's all about the humans, the spiritual beings that are
Yes.
there in the church, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So we're going to highlight some other events. The next event we wanted to highlight is Our Town Monday Night Music Series, the Kingston Trio. The Kingston Trio is an American folk and pop music band that emerged from San Francisco's North Beach club scene in 1957. And they're all like very folksy, poppy folksy sounds. And it's a free event. It's going to be at Bartley Ranch on July 7th, and that'll be from 7:30 to 9:30, and the day is July 7th. I already said that. And I highlight this, not that that's the only event going on, because July is Our Town month, and so there's going to be a lot of Our Town stuff happening. So I'd encourage you to go and look at all the different events happening in the month of July, and all 1,000 plus of you that watch this show, check it out. Check out what's going on in Our Town, in the city of Reno, and there's a lot happening, and it's a lot of it's free. Not all of it's free, but a lot of it's free. But maybe just look at their calendar and pick a few things that interest you, and go meet someone. Maybe be in the community. Maybe do something more. Now, The other thing we want to highlight is we are going to be opening a Carson micro closet.
All right.
And that's going to, we're in soft opening right now. So if you know anyone that needs clothing in Carson, please, please, please reach out to info@gsccreno.org, or just give us a call online. And we really want to get people that need clothing. We've already been in contact with Fish and some other organizations in Carson City. But as we do the soft opening, we want to make sure that we're doing appointments for it for the sake of our volunteers that are kind of training in this, because this is all new for them, right? This is going to be a new experience, that we have volunteers lined up. We got people in Carson City that are really excited about this, and the church down Mountain Vista is super excited. And our ribbon cutting, which is going to be huge, sponsored by Silver Summit Health Plan, is going to be on Saturday, June 28th, and at 10 a.m. And we're super excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I was at the prayer breakfast with the governor, and it was funny because they said it's pastors and a chaplain. I was literally the only chaplain, but a lot of the pastors, I was telling them about that, and they're like, we've heard about that. That's going to be awesome, because there's not a lot of resources in Carson, and they don't have anything for clothing.
Yeah.
That's awesome, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know Pastor Gavin at LS pretty well in Carson, and obviously Mountain Vista. They're a larger church in Carson, and they're the host of the microcloset, so they're getting the word out there. And then a few other churches in the area that we're going to be blasting this to, and hopefully we're able to get clothing to the people that need it most, because that's our mission, that's our heart, that's why we do what we do. I mean, there's not a big moneymaker for this in Carson for us at all. It's a sacrifice for our organization to be able to do this and these volunteer hours. Thankfully, Mountain Vista is not charging us for the room. They're just allowing us to use it and be a food pantry with no food, but to be a clothing closet, right? And to be able to get clothing to the people that need it most.
Well, we have this beautiful location, but it's all about meeting people where they're at who can't get here, and I love that.
Yep.
Yeah, super excited. So please, please, please get the word out. And those that need clothing, we want them to get it. So it's a pretty full closet. And then the big ribbon cutting will be at the end of the month. The community is invited if they'd like to come out. And we're not going to be giving away clothes that day. It's just a ribbon cutting celebration ceremony.
Awesome.
So we'll have a video prepared. We'll have a sound system out. We're going to do a whole
finally wear his
hoopla.
hot dog costume.
I will not wear a hot dog costume.
That'd be great.
Oh, see, even John would show up for that.
Yeah. Take pictures.
Oh boy.
Oh, man.
So we're really looking forward to this, and whoever wants to be there, definitely come on down and be a part of the ceremony.
Yep.
Yeah, are you excited about it?
No, I'm very excited.
Because all your response was yeah.
It's been a long Monday. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
I know
No, it's really exciting. I was my wheels were turning. You notice I get quiet. You know what I was thinking, Dave? It would be cool is if we had like a map.
I agree. We should talk to our way about it.
Which is you and Myra. You. Oh, Hunter, I volunteer as tribute for the costume.
Oh, Hunter ran.
I'm sorry.
Careful there.
You're running for office. I'm going to hold you to that.
Oh boy. Yeah.
No
yeah.
politics allowed, but I love the hot dog costume.
Yeah, we try not to talk about politics, but we do have those that have ran for council, and so we're not against missions.
No, but if you commit to wearing a hot dog costume,
that would be interesting. I'd love it. All right, so those are some really big things happening right now in your community. We highlight that because the majority of our watchers are people like you. So what's the date again? The date is on
June 21st.
June 28th.
Saturday.
June 28th. June 28th. Chaz.
I'm sorry, you keep confusing me.
June 28th at 10 a.m. At Mountain Vista Baptist Church. We're going to be doing it in the parking lot there. And Hunter, if you show up in a hot dog costume, I will blast it everywhere, and you'll get so much publicity. Please do that. Cool. So, anyways. Those are the big events happening. Now let's get into our community resource this week, which is Sparks Christian Fellowship.
And I just want to start with our cliche saying, be the change you want to see in the world. And whether you're Christian or not, but for us as brothers in Christ and Christians, we strive to be that change and be like Jesus, who really is the game changer.
Right. And you guys are trying to be the change. Not only do you guys donate financially to us every month, you guys really take care of us when we need support here, whether that's people, clothing, drives, and all sorts of different things. So tell us all about some of the outreach stuff you guys are doing right now to help the community.
Well, let me talk a little bit about the mall. We've had some great, interesting changes in the last 6 to 8 months. Sparks Christian Fellowship, we own the mall that we're in. We got 15 tenant spaces, and we have 8 nonprofits now out of the 15.
Wow.
And just in the last 6 months, 3 of them come aboard. So we have a little building out there, Shelley's building. If some of you guys out there that are watching know where Shelley's hardware building is, we have 3 new nonprofits in that building alone. We have AA and NA both have rented spaces there, so to hold their meetings, because they lost their last building, and so we figured out a way for them to lease these spaces from us.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then so I think the A has over 30 meetings a week there.
Wow.
For all times of the day and night. And NA also right next door. And then recently, Scarlet Hope has come in. We had an open space. Scarlet Hope is a ministry to the adult industry places there in town. They go out on Thursday nights, I think, and converse, go into these places, talk to the women and other people that work there. So I'm really excited about that, because that's been a vision of SCF for probably a good 10 years, where we want to use our mall and to bring resources that the community needs. That's why Good Shepherds is here. That's why Esther's Closet's here. Cancer Community Clubhouse came in, I think, last summer.
Great addition.
So that's what's going on in the mall, which leads us to every year, the first Sunday in August, we don't do church like a normal church. We send people to all the schools in 89431.
This part's so cool.
And do some work. Usually it's outdoor work, weeding, cleaning up and stuff. This year we're going to expand it, not just that Sunday, but we're going to the week before, because we got some people that maybe don't want to come and do that, but they still want to give back. So we're going to work with, like Dave already knows this, we're going to set up other opportunities throughout the week prior to that day.
Awesome.
Of other people to come down and sort clothes here, or other organizations in town. So we're excited about that part, because it's we've developed a relationship with each school in our zip code, and where probably each school is touched at least once per quarter somehow through SCF or through a community group from SCF, whether it's Teacher Staff Appreciation Week, back to school, whatever they might have, a STEM event or something.
Very cool.
So we try to get our faces, at least they know who we are.
In the community, for the community. I
yes,
love that.
yeah, and the schools, so we get them calling us now at times too, which is, instead of us going in and say, hey, we want to do X, Y, and Z, we come and say, what do you guys need? It could be snacks for after-school violin program. I think last year we did something at one of the schools. So we're excited about that. Again, schools kind of get a very bad name, and people, unfortunately, a lot of Christians don't think highly of the school system. They think schools are against the churches, but that's not the case that we have found at all. We've never been told, no, you can't come.
Right.
So again, it's always about how you approach those types of organizations, and it's taken years. It's not overnight.
Yeah, you got to build the trust.
Build the trust, and to be there consistently. So we're really excited about that. Those school partnerships, and of course the partnerships that we have in organizations here in our own mall and across the valley here. So excited about that, the opportunities. Right now, we don't have any open space here at the malls. But
that's great, though.
It is awesome.
What a blessing.
It is such a blessing, and helps financially for the church. So looking for, again, if it does happen, our first thought is, what nonprofit can we bring in?
I love that.
Right.
And we, Anna Cribb, our outreach coordinator, has a list nonprofits, and if that's how we found Scarlet Hope. She sent it out to a bunch of people, and Haley over there said, "Hey, what about we meet and talk?" And we did, and it worked out. So
such a blessing.
Yeah, we've done some interesting things with our tenants and nonprofits, because we know sometimes financially they struggle at times, so we have to ease up on the leasing rates or do something different. So we're willing to do that, because it's always worked out. We've never had anybody do that and then leave or something,
Right.
So it works out for both ways, and again, it brings a needed resource or service into our area.
Well, thank you for what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Because it really benefits the neighborhoods around us and the city. And that's amazing about the schools. I love that. Are you guys doing a summer camp?
No, our youth groups are doing separate high school, middle school camps. Yeah.
Cool.
So
I remember like VBS when I was a kid. I would go to SCF.
We've kind of gone away from that concept lately. We instead of bringing your kids, dropping them off, and leaving, the parent partnerships. We're trying to develop more relationships with the parents.
That's great.
So instead of dropping them off and going, come as a family.
Wow.
Engage other families in the same season of life.
That's kind of cool.
Make some friendships that develop outside of church, where you're going camping, you're going out to dinner. Maybe you'll start a community group. Just affinity type style of groups, and we all know young families, they have unique needs, and right now it's pretty tough out there. I think a lot of young families, just the economics of it's pretty challenging.
You guys get really creative, though. I mean, you just shared before the show that you guys did Pastor Rich did a 4-week parenting class series.
Yeah, and we're going to do some more in the fall. We're going to do a couple other things, and so we're excited about that demographic that we see walking in the doors at SCF, and so looking forward to that. And then what else is going on?
Well, you guys have regular Sunday services, right?
Yeah, we have regular Sunday service at 10 o'clock. We've got youth group that meets on Sunday mornings and Sunday night, even though I think this Sunday night's the last one for the summer. But we have a kids program every Sunday morning. Great leaders there, great volunteers. And we have probably 30 to 35 community groups that meet. Some meet at church, some meet in people's homes. We open our building to just about everything out there. Tuesday nights we have support groups meet there.
That's what I was going to ask you. Okay.
Yeah, support groups, faith-based or non-faith-based. Wow. AA, there's AA groups in there, NA, there's Grief Share, domestic violence group.
That's fantastic.
And then during the school year, Bible Study Fellowship uses our building on Wednesdays and Thursdays. The one of the women's chapters, I think we had 400 women and children in the building on Thursdays.
Wow.
That's great.
Yeah, and then we have like Seniors in Service uses our building once a month. Another couple other seniors group. We have
I know I've spoken at one of those.
Yeah. So
I came and spoke at one.
We've got a large building, and when I first started, one of my things was I'm going to say yes way more than we're going to say no to the use of the building, even though it might not be convenient for something. It's a lot easier to say yes to the good things, and so we use our building for a lot of different things, and we have a Hispanic-speaking church meeting there now, Leo Castro with ECC, even though they've bought a building over on Richards Way and probably moving within the next 6 months or less. They've been there for, I think, 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, and again, why have all this area and only use it for 3 to 5 hours on a Sunday? We have
powerful.
We have classrooms and big spaces available. So
there are very few churches I see that live that out. That idea that we don't need to just do one or two things, right? Okay, let's have Sunday morning service, and then midweek thing. We're in repeat, right?
Yeah.
Which you guys are living it out in multiple ways, not just with the building use, not just with how you guys are doing the Outreach Sunday, but how you guys are living it out practically with the resources of the church and renting it out to other nonprofits.
Awesome.
So then we can grow even more and help more people than ever before. You guys are allowing us to come alongside your guys' mission in that, right?
Oh,
so that's huge.
Yeah, and most of the times we don't charge. I mean, a couple of the groups do pay us money, but and then actually Northern Nevada Food Bank actually rents a space from us, offices, because they, sending everybody out to where they're out in Patrick.
It's hard for people to get out there.
Get out there and back, or they're past Patrick actually. So they've got 4 offices upstairs that we had to lessen our staff a few years ago, and we had all these spaces. And they said, "Hey," I said, "Yeah, let's work it out." So so their employees don't have to drive all the way out there and back just to come into work here again. So we try to use our building. I think more people come in the building Monday through Saturday than on Sunday.
I love that. Yeah. That should be how it is.
Yeah.
That's
during
awesome.
the summer, it's a little lower because summer, but during I think our quietest day is Saturday. We do that intentionally to get ready for Sunday and give a little break. But Pathfinders Ministry uses our building on Friday nights. 250 kids, plus I don't know, tons of volunteers, and they've been doing that for years. And we don't charge them. They're expanding the kingdom. They're doing what we would do if we had all the resources in the world.
Right. Well, okay. So to close out, what I'd love to ask, 2 things. 1, how do people get involved? And 2, every morning when you wake up, 15 years is a long time to do the same job. Every morning, what inspires you to keep going? So those 2 questions.
So how do people get involved? Just call the office, ask for myself or our outreach director, Anna Cribb. She's a great resource. She knows so many different groups, organizations in town. If you're passionate about X, Y, or Z, we can point you that way. And we have some warm leads, people's names and stuff. What's the second question again?
When you wake up in the morning, what keeps you going? What inspires you to keep that mission, moving that mission forwards?
Well, it's always about expanding the kingdom of Christ for more people, and for me that translates into the health of the staff at SCF, and because healthy staff, we have healthy volunteers in healthy church, and that by default that helps the kingdom grow, and it's just I get to work with some great people, and not only work with them on staff, but every Sunday it takes 60 volunteers just for Sunday morning. So I get to, I call it, work with these great volunteers on Sunday, or ones that lead Bible studies, ones that come in for the food pantry on Wednesdays. I love Wednesday mornings because I always go down there and interact with the volunteers. You should see these people. It's awesome. They know the people's names on the line and stuff. And so that inspires me that, it takes a lot of different types of people to do a lot of different things. And when done well, there's joy. You see joy in people's faces. And for me, I love seeing people. I hope I can create environments for staff and for volunteers that they're doing what they love to do, and they can do it well. Create that passion, that they have a passion. How can I help? How can we as a church and myself help build that passion, give them the resources that they need, that they can continue and be passionate about it and joyful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yep.
Well, thank you. And SCF's website is?
www.scf.net.
All right. Well, thank you. Definitely, if you know of, it's a good church community. Direct them to SCF. It's good people that are really trying to actively do the mission of what the Bible calls them to do, and serve the sick and the poor. Right? I mean,
yes.
That's what it's about. And so, thank you for being here, John.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having that conversation. Thank you for just pouring into me and this organization as much as you have.
You're welcome. It's been great to see you grow and this organization grow. It's been really cool to just see how your vision 4 or 5 years ago now, I don't even know exactly when, till now. Huge strides.
Takes a village.
Huge strides. And you got good people on your board.
No, but I mean, it takes you guys backing us up. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. But
couldn't do it without you.
Without Dave's passion and the board's
100%.
passion, no matter what we do, nothing happens here. So you guys and what I've seen in 4 or 5 years, and it's great. I mean, I remember the first kind of conversations like, is this going to work out? I don't know about this guy right now, but it did.
It was the mustache.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of the Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet community. Without you guys watching, donating, and volunteering, there is no Good Shepherd's Clothes Closet. If you want to find out more, please visit getclothes.org. Getclothes.org has all the information, whether you want to volunteer, whether you want to get involved financially, whether you want to donate clothing. All that info is online on our website. We try to make it pretty accessible for you. So, Chaz, did you have any final thoughts?
Nope, just looking forward to a micro closet map key where you could click on.
Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
I'm just kidding. Thank you guys. We couldn't do it without you guys as well. And if you can't afford to donate, you can sort clothes. If you can't do that, just sharing our podcast, it makes a difference. It takes a village. It takes all of us contributing to help those that we serve.
We help over 800 people a month, no matter what. We're asking you to come alongside and help one. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week.
See you later.